Hi ladies, hi gents. I want to share a video with you today, and I'm really sorry but I'm filming at night. It's the only way I'm going to catch up with stuff at the moment, because it's really busy at work and I'm just not getting enough time to do my videos and that, so I'm got to grab the time when I can. Okay, so you've seen this bag before. This is a beautiful, stunning bag that Dee Dee made for me. Hi Dee Dee. And the reason I'm showing you it is because it inspired me to get on and make one for myself. I have been collecting some bits and pieces to make one for myself, so thank you Dee Dee for kick-starting my inspiration into getting on and making mine. So, and I absolutely love this, and whenever I use it I always get really beautiful comments about it. People stop me in the street and ask me about it, and I absolutely love it. So thank you Dee Dee. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, and I will pop a link to Dee Dee's channel down below in the description box, so you can go say hi. She's amazing. Okay, before I show you the bag that I made, I want to explain a bit how I made it. So this is like a chair back cover. This is quite a modern one actually. I actually used two different ones, but just to show you how I did it, I'm using two exactly the same. The ones I used, one was a bit bigger than the other one, which was perfect, but I'm just going to show you how I made the base of the bag. So if I lay one out flat and then lay the other one exactly on top of it, like so, and fold this one down in half. So that one's in half, and then I did have a slightly longer one, so when I folded it over it sort of came like that. So that was how I made the base of my bag. So this would be the flap to open, and then I would stitch down here and down here and across the bottom, leaving this loose actually, so when I stitched to there I would stop and then stitch that way. So that would give me the bag. I hope that makes sense. It does to me, but it's the best way I can explain it. So that would be the base of my bag. Okay. Right, let me move that to the side. I'm really sorry for the shadows. Okay, I hope this is going to fit on camera. And I haven't lined my bag yet. I actually started using it before I lined it, but I do have the fabric ready to line it. I just haven't done it yet. Okay. I'm going to lay it out. Okay, so this is the bottom of my bag, and what I did is I had been saving bits and pieces of lace that I wanted to use on it. Now there is a lot. If I just lift that up, that's the over flap, right. So this lace here is the piece that I folded in half, so it came to here. So you can tell that the two chair backs that I used were a lot longer, an awful lot longer. So if I can, I want to show you. So this is the first lace I used, and this is a vintage lace, and I only had a small piece of it and I've been saving it for this. It's absolutely gorgeous, it's so fine. And then I used some dangle laces, two different dangle laces, and I hand stitched this because it just would have got so thick and so bulky to run through the machine. And I only use a little sewing machine, so you know, it just wouldn't have been worth, so I just hand stitched it all. And I'm not a great sewer. I will show you some of my sewing. It's horrific, but so don't be afraid to hand stitch by any means, because I really am not very good at it. So you can see the two different dangle laces here. This is a smaller one, and then there's this longer one. So that's 3 layers. Then I used, this piece was off a tablecloth, so it runs along here. There's another piece off a tablecloth there. I've got some wedding applique here, some wedding applique here. Let me just zoom in so you can see that. See, wedding applique, this is wedding applique. These are tea-dyed pieces. Got a little button that I sewed on there. I have some seam binding, seam binding dangles, a handmade flower. This is layered up with 3 rosettes, 1, 2, 3 rosettes there, and I've also put a little bit of dangle lace on this as well, and these are the ones that I tea dyed. I've got more of this tablecloth lace here. I've got a butterfly, which is a butterfly applique, and then the butterfly rosette, and then I hand stitched pearls onto the centre. Again, I put a bit of dangle lace below that. Like I say, this is, let me see if I lift it up, you'll see. So I have a couple more bits of antique lace. I've got a doily. This circle piece here is a doily. This is like bridal applique again here. Another piece of vintage lace here. This is a piece that was from the actual chair back, and all I did on the little loops here, I just sewed a little buttons on each one here. This is another tea-dyed piece of lace. Move it down as I go. This is the same lace that's on the bottom. This beautiful lace, which I absolutely love. Then I had this scallop type lace running across here, and this one is also off a tablecloth or a doily runner. Actually, I think it was a runner, and it's really beautiful. And that's where the opening to my bag is here. But I'll continue to show you the top. So what I'm going to do is do this. So this is the flap here of the top of the bag. So this piece here would be from the chair back. I've got a doily here, some wedding applique, some leaf trim that I sewed behind there. I've got another little organza flower with some dangles and some seam binding. This is another doily folded in half, so I've got double layer of the doily. This is a flower that I made with some fabric, which I love. It's like a ruffle fabric, which I'll show you in a moment. Another wedding applique there, and you'll see across here I've got this silk like eyelet ribbon here. I've got a leaf here, some more beautiful vintage lace. So that's the whole front. I don't know if I'll get it all in shot, but that's the whole front of of the bag. So there's so much going on the bag. And I'll just quickly show you my sewing. I won't focus on it for too long because it really is quite bad, you can see. And like I say, I do have the fabric to line the inside of this. I just haven't done it yet. It's all ready to go in and be stitched on, but I just haven't done it. So now I'm going to show you what the back looks like. Let me move it over a bit. So this is like a ruffle fabric that I have. So I just covered the whole back in this ruffle fabric, and I did tea dye it. Originally it was white, so this is the tea dye colour, and you can see the first lace that I used here. Over the stitching I did layer 2 braiding here, and the only bit of fabric glue I used was to put this braiding on because it strengthened the stitching of the outside of the bag. So that's why I used the fabric glue to do these 2 bits of braiding, just to hold that stitching in place and make sure it's secure. So that's the back, and I did the same at the top here. The handle I made out of 2 laces and a braiding. One of the laces curled, I don't know if you can see that, curled in. Or that's perhaps where I've been using it. So it's 2 laces stitched together. I don't know if you can see the stitching, probably not. Stitched together, and again a braiding, and again on this braiding I did use the fabric glue, so just to hold the stitching in place, because like I say, my stitching is not amazing. So that's the handle, and it's held quite well. I have used this quite a lot, and it's held, and I know I shouldn't use it before I had lined it, but I couldn't resist. And then I did tie some more of this ruffle fabric. I did cut sections of the ruffle fabric. I love how that looks, so I tied some of that round the base of the handle. And I also made, hang on, let me zoom in a bit. I also made a dangle, which is again seam binding some of the ruffle fabric, which is stretchy, and again I've hand sewn all these little pearl buttons onto them. There is bits of lace on there, and bits of necklace, pearl necklace. What else is in there? I think that's it. Each strand has a pearl button on the bottom, and it just gives quite a nice little. There is clear glass ones as well as the pearl ones, and I just added it onto this charm piece that I had, and I love this. It's got a nice sound to it. So that's my shabby lace bag, and I am so thrilled how it turned out. I have started a second one, because now what I do is I keep some sewing to the side of the sofa for when we're sat watching TV, so that I'm, you know, always doing something. And I will just show you the start of the second one. Let me just get that, because I have used something a little bit different. So let me just move this over to the side and show you the start of this one. Okay, this is half, this is a smaller bag, this is half of a table runner. Oh, I've got some bits in place that I was thinking about using. So you can see I've cut the table runner in half. I tea dyed one half and kept the other half white in case I want to make a white bag. and I folded it into the shape of a bag, like so. So as you can see, I haven't stitched down the sides or anything yet, so this will be the flap, and I have actually started stitching my lace on. So this is dangle lace. This is 2 dangle laces actually. There's one, and this one is, let me just do this, is the second one. There's an embroidered lace, there is a doily folded in half here, and then some of this embroidered lace, and that's as far as I've got so far for this piece. So all your table runners or chair backs will be fantastic for these types of bags. So I'm thrilled. This one is going to be completely probably tea dyed laces. Everything on here I've tea dyed. So it'll probably take me some time to finish it because I just do a bit now and then. And again, I am hand sewing all of these on, which you can see just there. I leave stitching the sides till I've got most of the base of the lace on before I start stitching up the sides, because I'll probably run a braiding again just to secure the stitching when I do that. So that's the start of the second bag. So do let me know what you think. I mean, I'm thrilled how this turned out. I really am. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. And you know, whenever I use any of them, the one Dee Dee bought me or this one, I do have people asking me about it, so it's lovely when somebody asks you about something that you've made yourself. So let me know what you think, and hopefully I will be back soon with another video. Bye for now.